We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has reaffirmed cooperation between the Philippines and the UN during a meeting on the sidelines of the 77th session of the United Nations General Assembly. Climate change, which has been at the forefront issue of the current administration, is one of the key topics discussed by Marcos and Guterres. This following Marcos' key address at the UNGA, where he pushed for climate financing from industrialized countries, saying this historical injustice caused by global warming must be corrected. In his speech, Marcos called on countries to cut their carbon emissions and provide technology transfer, noting that the Philippines has become vulnerable to the effects of global warming. The president also called for investments to improve agriculture and ensure food security. He said he's looking forward to strengthening partnerships with the UN and other member states to bolster agricultural productivity. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. had a fruitful meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and the former United Kingdom Prime Minister Tony Blair on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly in New York. Meanwhile, Marcos is also set to meet today U.S. President Joe Biden. The details from Marita Muahe.
In a meeting with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida expressed his desire to strengthen economic ties with the Philippines, particularly in the areas of agriculture, energy, health, and infrastructure. Japanese Foreign Ministry Press Secretary Hikaruko Ono said both Marcos and Kishida concurred on continuing to convene the high-level Joint Committee on Infrastructure Development and Economic Cooperation in order to elevate the bilateral cooperation to a higher level. Meanwhile, Marcos will be meeting U.S. President Joe Biden today to discuss the relations of both countries as well as other global issues. In a Twitter post, Press Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles confirmed their scheduled meeting that will focus on the strengthening of the Philippines-U.S. relations, the development of trade and investment in our country, and other global issues. Marcos has been encouraging American businesses to invest in the country, assuring them of a robust and resilient economy. The U.S. is the Philippines' third largest trading partner and second major source of foreign direct investments in 2021. Earlier, Marcos has also met with former United Kingdom Prime Minister Tony Blair. The two leaders exchanged views on the global economic issues and peace-building initiatives in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. They also tackled ways to ensure food security, address climate change, and boost trade. Marcos also expressed his profound condolences on the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Blair is UK's longest-serving Labour Prime Minister. His notable accomplishments include overseeing the Northern Irish peace process, public sector reform, and the response to terrorist attacks. For the PNA Newsroom, I am Marita Muahe.
President Bongbong Marcos hailed the Philippine powerlifting team for their successful showing during the 2022 Southeast Asian Cup in Johor Bahru, Malaysia. In his official Facebook page, Marcos paid tribute to the athletes who participated in the men's and women's open and junior category of the Southeast Asian Cup. The Filipino team bagged 78 medals, consisting of 44 gold, 17 silver, and 17 bronze. Powerlifting Association of the Philippines President Eddie Torres said the Filipino team already had an idea how they would perform based on nominations. Torres said the Philippine team's recent performance shows that the country is one of the powerhouses in powerlifting. The Philippine powerlifting team is now preparing for the Asian Championships in December. Two magnitude 4.4 earthquakes rocked Quezon province and nearby areas, including Metro Manila, on Wednesday night. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology reported the first tectonic quake around 10:24 p.m., with its epicenter traced 15 kilometers east of Real, Quezon. This was felt in parts of Quezon Province, Quezon City, Marikina, Cavite, Laguna, Rizal, and Batangas. The second magnitude 4.4 was detected at 10:28 p.m. With its epicenter traced 8 kilometers east of Real Quezon, it was felt in Quezon Province, Quezon City, and Manila. No damage or aftershocks were expected. In our weather news, the low pressure area in east of Central Luzon has developed into tropical depression Karding. Pag-asa said the passage of Karding may bring heavy rains over northern and central Luzon beginning late Saturday. Expect isolated to scattered flooding, including flash floods. Rain-induced landslides are also possible, especially in highly susceptible areas. Karding will continue moving slowly eastward or east-northeastward in the next 12 hours before sharply turning westward tomorrow. It is forecast to maintain its westward movement until it makes landfall in the vicinity of the east coast of Isabela or Cagayan on Sunday, before traversing the rugged terrain of northern Luzon and West Philippine Sea on Monday. That's the latest from the Pna Newsroom. Stay tuned for more updates on the biggest stories throughout the day. I'm Stephanie Sevillano. Good day.